Jeremiah chapter 2 is one of the saddest chapters when you hear the heart of Yahweh. First of all, verse 2, let me know if this reminds you of anything. Starting with verse 1. Moreover, the word of Yahweh came to me, saying, Go and cry in the hearing of Yerushalayim, saying, This says Yahweh, I remember you and the kindness of your youth, the love of your bridehood, the excitement of our engagement is literally what he's saying. The excitement of our engagement, you being a prepared bride. When you went after me in the wilderness, in a land that was not sown, Yisrael was kadosh, set apart, holy to Yahweh, and the bikurim of his increase, first fruits. All that devoured him became guilty. Evil came upon them, says Yahweh. Hear the word of Yahweh, O Beit Yaakov, house of Jacob, and all the mishpakat of Beit Yisrael, and all the house of Israel. This says Yahweh, what iniquity have your fathers found in me, that they are gone far from me, and have walked after vanity, and have become worthless? Yah is saying, what did I do wrong? What did I do wrong that my bride, my people have walked away from me? They've betrayed me. They've cheated on me. Neither did they say, where is Yahweh that brought us up out of the land of Mitzrayim, Egypt, that led us through the wilderness, through a land of deserts and of pits, through a land of drought and of the shadow of death, through a land that no man passed through it and where no man dwelt? He's saying, no one even is asking or wondering or bringing up the fact that I did a whole miracle for them, that I wooed them, that I came in like to use a modern term, a hero, a knight in shining armor to save the woman, to save the bride. Verse 7, and I brought you into a plentiful country to eat its fruit and the tough good of it. But when you entered it, you defiled my land and made my heritage an abomination. The Kohanim said not, the priests, the religious leaders, said not, where is Yahweh? And they handle the Torah, and they that handle the Torah did not know me. The shepherds also transgressed against me, and the Nevi'im, the prophets, prophesied by Baal, and had their walk after things that do not profit. Here, he's even calling out the leaders, the religious leaders, the pastors, the teachers. They're not saying, where's Yahweh? And those teachers of the Torah, those who teach the word, did not know him. The shepherds also transgressed against him, and the prophets prophesied by Baal. That means they prophesied falsely. They were preaching doctrines of demons and had their walk after things that do not profit. These leaders misled the people, the bride. They misled the bride. Therefore, I will yet plead with you, says Yahweh, and with your children's children will I also plead. So Yah is saying, I'm going to make a deal with you. Not a deal. I'm begging you. I'm begging you. Here he's calling Jeremiah, who was just a child, to warn the priest. Literally, here he says, I'm going to make you like a walled city, but I'm going to have you go against the kings of Yehuda. This is like the high priest, like the Pope, the Vaticans, the politicians, against the kings of Yehuda, against its leaders, against its priests, against the people of the land. He's saying, Jeremiah, I'm going to send you to these big shot people. And Jeremiah's like, I'm just a kid. And he's like, I'm going to be with you, but don't cower down where I'm going to make, I'm going to break you before them. So Jeremiah has been receiving his to go. And in chapter 2, this is Yah's plea for the people. And it almost like even just knowing and understanding the heart of Yah, of his bride, like leaving. Check this Hebrew word out. This is just amazing. The ahaba means love. This is a Hebrew word which means love, but it's rooted with Abba, Father. The word love literally means the love of the Father. Father Abba Yah, Yahweh. His love. It's just crazy. The love of the Father, the love of God, the Father, to the bride. Anyway, let me continue on. So Yah is begging the people. Therefore, I will plead with you. I will yet plead with you, says Yahweh. And with your children's children will I also plead. Children's children, this means generation after generation after generation of pleading for pass over to the coastlands of Kittim and see, and send to Kedar and consider diligently and see if there has ever been such a thing as this. So Yah's like making his proposal. Have the nations changed their Elohim, which are not the Emet, the truth Elohim, the true Elohim? But my people have changed their Tifereth, their glory, for that which does not profit. He's like, what their culture? Do the Muslims just all forsake their God? Do the Muslims reject their prophets? No, they don't. Do the Catholics reject their gods? No, most of the time, no. There's a few, but some people are like, I grew up a Catholic, I'm a died Catholic. Here, has there ever been a nation that changed their Elohim and they exchanged the Elohim for a false Elohim, for one that is not true, a true God? No, yes, no, most. But my people have changed their Tifereth for that which does not profit. This is verse 11. So I just want to make sure here, I'm cross-checking my Aleph-Taw scriptures here. Has a nation changed its gods, which yet are no gods, but my people have changed their glory for that which does not profit. Yep, that's what Tifereth is, glory, for that which does not profit. Be appalled, O Shamayim. This is the heavens. Yah is like, be appalled, heavens, at this, and be amazed, says Yahweh. For my people have committed two evils. They have forsaken me, the fountain of living waters. The fountain of living waters. Cisterns for themselves. Broken cisterns that can hold no water. Is Israel an Eved? Was he born as a Beit Eved? Let me go back to verse 14 here so I can show you what this is saying. Verse 14, 16, 14. Is Israel a servant? A born slave? Why is he become a prey? But real quickly, sorry, I meant to go back to. When he says, I remember you, does this sound familiar? The book of Revelation. The letter to the 7 congregations, the 7 assemblies. I remember. I know you. I know your works. This is the same spirit. The same spirit. Okay, I just didn't want to forget that point. For my people have committed two evils. They have forsaken me, the fountain of living waters, and hewed out cisterns for themselves. Broken cisterns that can hold no waters. That's a significant verse right here, pointing to the Messiah. Is Israel a servant? Was he born in the house of a servant like a slave? Why is he plundered? The young lions roared upon him and yelled, and they made his land wasted. His cities are burned without inhabitant. Also the children of Noph and Talpanes have shaved the kitar of their head, the glory of their head, or 16, verse 16 says here, the children of Noph, Memphis, and Taphanes have broken the crown of your head. Okay. 17. Have you not done this to yourself, in that you have forsaken Yahweh your Elohim, when he led you in the right derech, the right way? He's saying all of these things came upon you. You did it to yourself. You brought that upon yourself. Have you not done this to yourself, in that you have forsaken Yahweh your Elohim, when he led you in the right direction, in the right way? This Hebrew word is where we get direction from. The right way. He led us to life. He led us in the right direction. And we're forsaking him. And now what have you to do with the halakha, the ways of Mitzrayim, Egypt, to drink the waters of Sihor? Or what have you to do with the ways of Asher, to drink the waters of the river? What do we have to do with paganism, with the other nations. Your own wickedness shall correct you, and your backsliding shall reprove you. Know, therefore, and see that it is an evil and bitter thing, in that you have forsaken Yahweh your Elohim, and that my fear is not in you, says the Master Yahweh Sevaot. My fear is not in you? I don't think you guys, no, I'm not making assumptions. The fear of Yah is the beginning of wisdom. This literally means to tremble and fear. For some reason, in church, and some people get this idea that you're not supposed to be afraid of God. No, that's not what scripture actually says. Maybe it makes you feel good, but that's not what scripture says. He puts his fear, and fear, yes, does include honor, respect. But this is like a fear of your parents. Like, not only do you have respect for your parents, but you're fearful when you do something wrong and discipline's coming your way. That's the kind of fear. If you're fearful of your parents finding something out or being mad at you, that's the kind of fear we're talking about. Be afraid, because these other nations worship false gods. He's the one, he's the real one. This is the one we should fear, you know? For from old times I have broken your yoke and cut your cords, and you said, I will not transgress. Like, he says over and over and over again, I've saved you. I've broken your yoke. I've cut your cords. You told me you wouldn't transgress. You told me you meant it. You've made all these promises to me. You made these vows that if I saved you, that if I rescued you, that you would serve me, that you would obey me, that we would be in covenant together, that you would be my bride. But when upon every high hill and every green tree you wandered off, playing the harlot. 8. Green tree, verse 20. Let me come over here. 20. For of old time I have broken your yoke and burst your bonds. And you said, I will not serve, for upon every high hill and under every green tree you did by yourself playing the harlot. Yeah, every green tree. Yet I had planted you as a noble vine, a fully ripe zerah. Seed, I believe is what it is saying. Hold on, let me just double check there. Yet I had planted you a noble vine, holy, a true seed. How then are you turned into the degenerate branches of a foreign vine to me? Holy moly. Yeah, how are you? Like, this isn't the seed that I planted. I had you in my seed. Verse 22. For though you wash with a niter lie, and you use much soap, yet your iniquity is ingrained before me, says the Master Yahweh. How can you say, I am not defiled? I have not gone after the Baalim, false gods. See, your way is in the valley. Know what you have done. You are a swift dromedary, breaking loose in her ways. Let's look at another translation of verse 23. Right over here. How can you say, I'm not defiled? I have not gone after the Baalims, the false gods. See your way in the valley. Know what you have done. You are a swift dromedary traversing her ways, a wild donkey used to the wilderness that snuffs up the wind in her desire. In her occasion, who can turn her away? Only that seek her will not weary themselves. In her month they shall find her. Ooh, boy. Hold on. Do you know what a dromedary is? At least I just looked it up. It is apparently a camel raised specifically to bred for riding, for like racing. It's a breeding camel. It's just raised in a way. Anyway, it's interesting. He's saying, you're a wild donkey used to the wilderness that sniffs up the wind at her desire. And in her time of mating, who can turn her away? All that seek her will weary themselves. Only with her footprints can they find her. She's in heat. So this donkey is in heat. This camel is bred to race. This is a breeding camel. This is sexual. Yah is saying, these are sexual words. That he's literally equating false god worship to sex because it's his bride. You're a whore, is what he's actually saying. And the bride is saying, nuh-uh. Why are you telling us that we've gone to other gods? That we're worshiping, that we've cheated on you. We didn't cheat on you. Yah is saying, you cheated on me. You've cheated on me. And the bride is saying, no, no, no. It's the same thing that's happening today. We're not cheating. This is done. This is all for you. This is all for his glory. We're doing this for you. No. Yah is clear. It's just crazy the way he uses the sexual terms. Keep your foot from being bare and your throat from thirst. But you said it's useless. For I have loved Gerim, and after them will I go. Verse 25, withhold your foot from being unshod and your throat from thirst. But you said it is in vain, for no love strangers, and after them will I go. Yeah, saying, just stick to my ways. Just stick to what I say, my ways. And I have people tell me, no, I love strangers. I love the strange stuff. I love this outside the way stuff. So, nope, I'm not going to do it. It's literally what it says. And after them will I go. As a thief is ashamed when he is caught, so is the house of Israel ashamed. Their melechim, their kings, their leaders, their priests, their kohanim, their priests, their nevi'im, their prophets. So all the leaders, the religious leaders, the politicians, the Christian leaders or whatever, I'm just trying to make it a comparison, saying to an eighth, who say to a tree, again, a tree, eights, tree, saying to a tree, you are my Abba, and to a stone, my father. You have given me birth, for they have turned their back on me and not their face. But in the time of their trouble, they will say, arise and save us. But where are your Elohim that you have made? Where are your gods that you have made? Let them arise, if they can save you in the time of your trouble. For according to the number of your cities, so are your many Elohim, O Yehuda. In other words, your big village, your big town, your big kingdom, and you've got a lot of gods. So let them save you. Verse 29, therefore you will complain to me? Are you going to now cry out to me? You're going to complain to me to come rescue you. You all have transgressed against me, says Yahweh. In vain have I smitten your children. They receive no correction. Your own sword has devoured your prophets like a destroying lion. O wicked generation, see the word of Yahweh. Have I been like a wilderness to Israel? Like a land of darkness? Why then do my people say, we roam for you? We will not shuv to you. We will not turn to you. We depart from you. We roam from you. We will not turn to you. Why are you refusing to turn to me? Can a maiden forget her ornaments or a bride her attire? Does a bride forget her wedding dress? Does she forget the earrings? Does she forget to put her shoes on? Yet my people have forgotten me for days without number. Why do you adorn yourselves to seek love, ahaba? Therefore, you have also taught the wicked ones your ways. Also in your skirts is found the dam, the blood of the beings that are poor and innocent. I have not found it by a secret search, but upon all your skirts. Okay, verse 34 here. Let me read a different translation, see what this says. Can a virgin forget her ornaments or a bride her attire? Yet my people have forgotten me days without number. How trimmest ways to seek love. Therefore, even the wicked women have you taught your ways. Also in your skirts is found the blood of the souls of the innocent poor. You did not find them breaking in, but it is because of all these things. Yet you said, I'm innocent. Surely his anger is turned away from me. Surely I will enter into judgment with you because you say, I sinned not. The skirts, this is talking about probably blood, but I'm not going to speculate. It is what it is. In the past, Israel has actually killed their children. So it's either they're virgins, the virginity is being lost, like to others. Like this is a virgin bride for him. So they've lost their virginity. But yet you say, because I am innocent, surely his anger shall turn from me. Like, grace, right? Grace. I could do this because surely his anger shall turn from me. See, I will bring mishpat on you, judgment on you, because you say, I have not sinned. Why are you so busy trying to change your direction? Away from me, is what he's saying. You also shall be ashamed of Mitzrayim, of Egypt, as you were ashamed of Asher. Yes, you shall go forth from there with your hands upon your head. For Yahweh has rejected those you trust, and you shall not prosper by them. Jeremiah chapter 2.